Oh, it's all official. Perfect. Well, I'm gonna just share my screen for a second. For some of us, this is probably all of our first time connecting. So I wanted to kind of just introduce a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about, kind of why we're all here and why me and Christian even chose symmetry, kind of how we got here. Right when me and Christian first got married, I was planning, before that, I was working in sales, before that, working at a church. My job, I was at State Farm and I was really, really bored. But I pretty much planned my whole wedding while I was at work. So it kind of worked out because I got paid to be there and I was DIYing things and figuring things out, like making spreadsheets, making timelines. But once we got married, it got kind of boring being there. Me and Christian had talked about it on our honeymoon. I was like, I think I want to quit. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I want to quit. I looked into high ticket sales. I thought about insurance, but I was like, kind of hate insurance. Like insurance is kind of boring. Like I do car insurance and it's kind of stinks. Um, we kind of just kept thinking about it. Hey, what do we want to do? What is our kind of next step? And then I ended up hanging out with one of my friends, reconnecting, and she was telling me about life insurance. And I started to kind of watch her social media. And I had used to work at a church with this girl, and she's awesome. But when we worked at church, she's like an artsy, like I'm kind of the person that I feel like I'm a bull in the china shop. Like sales to me made sense, but my friend Annie, the one who brought me in, she's so nice. I was like, like, I don't understand how she's so good at this because she's like the nicest person. Like, isn't sales like cutthroat and sharky? Like, okay, like I want to figure out what's going on because I'm not doing 10K at my job and I'm seeing her post 10K week, 5K week, and I already have a license. So what does this look like? So me and Christian, we went to their house and they kind of explained to us what symmetry looked like. And when I tell you, me and Christian, we got in the car and I said, "Hey, I think I want to quit my job and go fully commissioned." And he was like, "Oh, are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I want to do this." And I remember me and Christian talking about it, and we both felt like this was one of the next steps that we could really build something. We could build a business that could provide for our family what we wanted to see. We could build something that we could help other people, but also achieve that passive income. And honestly, we found something that we felt like felt safe. It felt like it made sense. And the digger we deep, the digger we, or sorry, the deeper we digged, the better it got. It was amazing. And Christian can share a tiny bit about it because I remember he was at that conversation about kind of why we chose to come here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and chip in on this for a little bit. Yeah, so like she was saying, Sabina was working at State Farm, which I mean, it was a steady income, which I mean, can't complain about that, but as a husband, like when you see your wife come home and even just like talk to you and she's just like miserable, like, "Oh, I hate this," like it's just, I don't know, it made me feel like really bad, I was like, gosh, I mean, when your significant other like hating what they do. You want, like, at least for me, I want them, like my Sabina, to pursue her goals, to pursue her passions. And y'all know Sabina, she's a very passionate person. So yeah, we went and hung out with our friends Gavin and Nanny, and they talked to us about symmetry. And I don't know a whole lot about sales or anything or insurance stuff like that, but when they kind of explained it to me, what really grabbed my attention was the fact that it's really up to you how far you can go, and there's no like ceiling. So I thought that was great. And Sabina was like, "Hey, I really want to do this." And you mean, you know Sabina, like she goes 130% into something. So I didn't doubt her for like 2 seconds. I was like, "Hey, I mean, this is something you've always wanted. You've always wanted to have your own business, build passive income for our future and our future family." So I was like, "Hey, I mean, go ahead." So I mean, and ever since it's just been a blessing. So can't complain over here.
It's awesome. But, like I said, we started off, and I'm sure a lot of y'all probably feel this. My first month here, I thought I was going to issue 10K first 3 days. I was like, I'm gonna come in here and these people are gonna be like, where was this girl hidden? I did not do that. So if you ever felt like your first few months or your first 30 days, you're like, this is so much info. I just feel like I'm kind of just getting punched in the face. Like I feel like I'm drinking all like the information out of a fire hydrant. I can't even like I can't catch up. Trust me, I felt the exact same way. My first month, I didn't barely do anything. I made two sales and they were on me and Christian. So, and you know what? I filled out all of Christian's info. I don't know how even ethical this policy was. I'm kidding. It was good. He signed it. Don't worry. But that was it. That was the first two sales. We didn't we didn't know much. But honestly, when I tell y'all, the biggest thing that I learned is that we have a system here to win. And I just want to talk a little bit about that. Um, and I wanted to honestly talk about actually someone here that I saw do that system and crush it. Y'all know T Money. Y'all also, if y'all are on Slack, you see her drop all these APV. She'll be like, $2,000 day. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm just waiting for them to sign it. I have all these people that just can't sign things. And I'm like, you have like $10,000 in signatures just waiting. She's so good at this. But, when she came here, we kind of sat down, and this was 3 months into my journey. So I kind of started to figure things out a teeny bit, not a ton. And we talked a little bit about it. She was like, Sabina, I want to win. What do we do? And I was like, okay, let's talk. Let's talk. And so I wanted to just let y'all know a little bit. How do we win here? How do we crush it at Symmetry? How do you get on the leaderboard? How do you build that agency you want? How do you see those deposits you want? How do you pay your bills, have that time freedom? How do we see this? And honestly, I want to talk a little bit about that. But I remember we sat down and I just told her, I was like, okay, like first thing is you need to do is we have a ton of amazing calls. Go be a part of them. Go join camera on. Go make some friends there. But we have some of the best calls in the world from some of the best producers in our entire company. Like y'all don't know how good we have it here. We have some of the best calls. So I said, go be a part of them. I know you probably want to dial, but trust me, like that hour spent learning that is gonna make a difference. So she started doing that. Latanya was on everything. T Money was on everything. Literally anything I was on there, I'd walk in and she'd be there like she was like making a call and following. I was like, this girl's everywhere. She's on like a plane and she's watching it. And I'm like, I don't know how she's always there. And then we talked a little bit about, hey, how do I get through that learning curve? Hey, this is hard. And I remember we had some times where I was like, hey, like, look, go to the handbook, go to the handbook, go check this out. And I want to tell you that honestly, I think, especially being a new agent, how many of y'all feel like there's a secret that no one's telling you at Symmetry? Like, by show of hands, you're probably like, I just feel like there's some secret sauce that nobody's telling me. Because I felt that same way, but I have one for y'all. Actually, I did a lot of work, worked really hard. So I want everyone to scan this because this is going to actually really help our team. This is how we're going to hit number one team in the company. We can all scan it. Hopefully it works. I'll give everyone some time. If you need to take a screenshot of it, you can look at it later. But what does that say? Hopefully it says the handbook. But it's our handbook. We have one of the best handbooks in the entire company world. Honestly, everything from day one, I don't have my license yet. What do I do? To how do I get to 130? It's not just a new agent like onboarding. We have something here that it tells you, okay, hey, what policy should I look into? What training should I go to? What call should I go to? So I want to encourage y'all. We have some of the best content. Go look at the handbook, HQ. We have Slack, and that's what I remember. I told Team Money. I said, hey, look, we have all these content. Don't just come to me because as much as I want to help you and I'm always going to be here to help, we have people that are better than me. We have classes that are better than me. We have content that's better than me. Trust me, I'm the worst explainer in the world. You don't want me to explain Sure LC to you. You want this to explain Sure LC to you because you are not going to get appointed. We're going to be waiting for a while because I don't know how to explain it. But we have people that are here to help with that. And honestly, what I kept seeing though, the biggest thing that I saw was Latonia kept showing up. And that first month, yeah, she got some sales, she hit some productions, but what I saw was that she just kept working the system. She started live dialing. And she was a little nervous. I remember that first one. And I was there and I was like, okay, you got this, you're gonna crush it. She went to the accountability call, even though I know she's an actor, so she works two jobs, y'all. She's not just doing just symmetry full time. She's doing a lot of stuff. And I remember just seeing this whole system that I felt like, okay, this is awesome. This works for me. And then I saw it work for her. And I knew, hey, this system, this works for everybody. The people who are winning here, they're showing up, they're getting coaching, they're reading the handbook, going to HQ, watching trainings. And but the thing is that they're staying in the grind. The things I saw Latonya do, and I knew she was going to crush it here, was she told me, Sabine, I'm going to win. I just need time to figure this out. And I want to encourage all of y'all. Y'all just need time. It's just time. It takes my first month. If I would have quit my first month, I wouldn't have seen the outcome of the rest of it. That next month, my first month, like I said, closed nothing. That next month, I issued 9K. That felt really good. I got paid zero the first month, maybe 120 bucks max. That next month, I got paid around 4,000, 5,000 upfront. And I remember T Money having that same feeling. She was like, when is it going to click? And trust me, she got this learning curve down way faster than me because she actually followed the system way more. I was way too stubborn. You can ask Scott and Kate. They had to deal with a lot. But she crushed that system because she just said, I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to dial. I'm going to set appointments. I'm going to run them. And then I'm going to ask for feedback and say, hey, this is what happened. What do you think we should do? Okay, let's maybe try this next time. Or maybe let's look into this, or hey, this person's really good at that. I'd love for y'all to connect. And then head back down. And now she's probably issued 5K or plus this month. More than that. I don't, she has like $1,000 in all these signatures. Every time she texts me, she's like, another signature, NLG. They can't figure it out. It's NLG. I've never written with them, so don't ask me for help. Ask Latonia. But it was just staying with your head down, locked in. But I did want her to kind of share a teeny bit because I know she just honestly has been seeing that success, and I want her to kind of encourage some of us as maybe you're newer, maybe you're feeling like I'm not seeing the success I want. So I just wanted her to share for a second.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Sabina. How do I follow that? I think that Sabina covered a lot of things, but before I kind of get into it, and I'm gonna make it short, how many of you guys have a story here? Just put one in the chat if you have a story. If you feel you have a story, just put one. Just put one. While you guys are putting one, I'm just gonna tell you a quick story. So, outside of being an actor, I moved from New York to Richmond, Virginia for a job. Worked that job, got fired from that job. The purpose of me having that job was so I can actually pour in and support my dream. When I did not have that job anymore, I did not know what to do. I was hungry. I was desperate. And I know we hear a lot of stories, but if you can tune into your actual story, there is no excuses at all. And so at this point, I have rent, I have food, I'm taking care of my family, I'm taking care of my father. All the things started thinking, life started lifing, right? So I find symmetry, I start to pour into it. And at this point, I have no excuse but to be on every call, to be every single place where someone is making money. I need to be there because I don't have anything coming in right now. And so as I start to do that, something starts to click to me. Wait a second. All of these people have a story. All of these people started someplace, and all they did was work the system. I don't know about you guys, but I came from a place where there was a lot of hands-on training. I'm an artist. I'm used to like collaborations, community, someone taking me by the hand and showing me how to do everything. When you come to Symmetry, you have a great support system. You have a lot of people who love and pour into you. However, it's your business. And that was hard for me to receive. So when I'm seeing everybody winning, I start to compare myself. What am I not doing right? Am I not making a lot of calls? Or do they have like a secret source? Is there another group going on that I'm not a part of? Tell me all the groups because I'm going to be there. Right. And that's what I start to think. And the other thing that started to happen is that I got a little ego. It started to flare up. Oh, I know this. I know how to do this. So I started remixing on the scripts, started remixing on my calls, and my bank account looked like a remix because I wasn't bringing in anything. And so I had to like really humble myself and say, okay, Latonia, you don't really have anything else going on. It's kind of a lull in acting. You're not going to go on LinkedIn and just start to send out resumes. I don't know if you guys done that, but the layoffs are getting higher and higher. And I know people who have been out of work for 5, 6, 7 years. So that's not a thing. So I have to make this work. I have to. So I started to remix and I said, hey, let me actually move myself into a receiving end instead of thinking that I know everything. And it was so humbling for me to listen, to reach out. I started reaching out to everyone who is a leader. I'm like, look, I need your number. I know you just met me. You don't know me. I know I'm a little aggressive. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. It is what it is, but I need your number. And I started asking them, hey, how do you do what you do? What do you say? How do you, how do you handle objections? And I kept doing that. And I gave myself 2 months, 2 months to risk, fail, and risk again. There was a lot of failing. The risk was I already jumped in, right? There was a lot of failing. I was failing everywhere, telling people that I need to get another job, people hanging up on me, people cursing me out, all the things. I said, keep failing, Latonia, because in that failing, you're going to learn your business. And after a while, I found my business. I took the scripts, I understand how to approach it, and after a while, I started to get it. When you get that first sale, literally it's like you're addicted. Now you want the next one and the next one and the next one. And suddenly that failure changed into risking. I had a lot of L's and I took those L's and I made it a win. And I'm saying that to you guys because we hear stories all the time, but I'm speaking from truth. I was struggling. People were not picking up my calls. I didn't understand the system at all, but I gave myself 2 months. If you can give yourself 2 months just to fail, just to find your business, by that third month, I guarantee you, and I will give you my cell phone number. Text me. I'm in month 3 and I'm working. If you really dedicate yourself, you will learn your business. And that's what I did. I humbled myself. I learned the system. Me and Sabina, I was calling her. I was like, girl, look, we got to have a real conversation. What's going on? And I just did that consistently, rinse and repeat. And that's how I'm able to, like, right now, I'm sitting, I have all these applications that I have to actually put in. And I'm so surprised. It's nothing but the Lord. Because when I came in, I couldn't get nobody to stand on the phone with me. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get all these applications written, sent, and submitted, and go to how I'm going to do it all, right? More success, more success, more success. I say all that to you guys because I know some of you guys are coming in and you're hearing all these success stories. Don't compare yourself. Set yourself like flint. This is your business. It's your business, right? You have to give yourself that time to figure it out. Once you figure it out, it's up from here. You guys can have my number. You can call me. I will troubleshoot with you guys. The other thing that I did, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I just got a lot in me. And when you're successful, you got to just keep talking. So bear with me. The last thing I would say, I found a group. I poll members and say, hey, can we start a group right now? Like just us three or us four. And that group, we would meet and do like role objections together. We would like rehearse the scripts and everything. To this day, we still like, just give each other kudos. Hey, can we jump on a call? Can I do some role play with you? Can I work on this objection with you? All of that works and people are open to it. You are in a company that literally no one is going to say no to you. The only person that can say no to you is you. So you have to position yourself, risk, fail, and risk again. That's what it is. That's all I got to say.
That's all you got. Anyway, call's over. Okay. Uh, but that is like a perfect example. This system works. We have too many people here that are killing it to not prove that it doesn't work. It's amazing. And one of the best things I think that came out of honestly, I think one of the reasons Team Money's had so much success is she also got around the right people. She, like I said, went to all these calls, but she went to accountability call. She was always there, whether she was traveling or not. If she could have her camera on, she would be there. But also, she went to conference. I know it was out of the Fritsch agency team, it was me, Christian, and Latonia next one in September. I'm expecting everyone on the screen to be there. Woo woo, Denver, we're taking it over. But with that, I want to kind of put a graphic so we can kind of all kind of know where to look for conference. But we do have a code for that because honestly, these are where your businesses change. These events are where everything clicks. This last conference, I feel like I came back and I honestly was kind of in a funk with sales and kind of in a funk with things. And I came back and I was like, I get it. Like I feel it. Like I feel the confidence. I feel where I'm supposed to be at. And I want to encourage y'all, this is where your business changes. This is where you go from maybe being a 5K a month producer to a 15K. Like I could guarantee you if you go to a conference and you don't come back and 3 months later, like a total of 3 months, you don't see yourself better. Like I will challenge you, I will pay for all your expenses that you spend at conference. I'll pay you back if you don't come back 3 months stronger. Because you will. Your APV will be better. I bet you're gonna get some more people on your team if you want to grow a team because you're gonna be excited. And with that, we're actually gonna be doing a challenge as a team. So it's gonna be an engage contest. Who in here likes lead credit, and who in here likes when you get money back for things? Okay, not a lot of y'all do, but so for those that like it, if I have a challenge for y'all, this is a Fritch Agency challenge. So if you're not on my team, don't come ask Scott and Kate to pay for this because they won't. This is my team. Uh, but what we're going to do is during the months from May to July, if you issue 10K, meaning that it gets approved, you get paid for it, the customer paid for it, and it's approved during that month, 10K, I will reimburse you for your conference ticket. Meaning get your ticket, send me a screenshot of it. I'm going to send you some money back for it. But let's just say you do it multiple months. Maybe you do it May. May's a 5 week month. It's a perfect time to hit that 10K, get your conference ticket, lock it in. And then maybe you do it in June. You're going to get $150 of lead credit sent to you. Because who doesn't love getting free money? But I think conference is such a big deal that I want to do this challenge because I want us to fill up that whole room. I truly believe that we could have 20 plus people here. I know we don't even have 20 people on this screen, but I think we're going to have like 25 plus people at conference from our team because this team we're going places. I always tell Christian, I say, this is, I think, the best team in the entire company. We're in the best agency. We're under the best hierarchy. This is where the magic's happening. And I am so, so excited. And I want all of y'all to win so badly. I tell Christian all the time, I'm like, this is like, I talk about each of y'all like I feel like a proud mom. I'm like, can you believe what they did? Like, oh my gosh, it is so exciting. And I know we kind of shared about our dreams. And when we and Christian first got here, our dream was kind of selfish. It was a lot about us, what we wanted. But you know what I didn't realize was going to happen here was my dream started adding a lot of people. Each of y'all on this call, my dream started expanding. I started thinking about Noah. He came back to insurance. He was at a different company, came here, and he wants to build something so his wife doesn't have to work and he could spend time with his family. I think about that and I'm like, how can I help Noah get there? Like, yeah, I want to get there, but I want Noah to get there. I want Amaru not to have to be teaching because it stresses her out. And she's in an environment where people they belittle her sometimes and she feel like she's not even supported the way she should be because she's an amazing teacher, but she's also an amazing person. So I want her to be able to not have to go back to teaching in the fall. How can I help her get there? I look at Larita, she's working another job at the same time. And I'm like, I know she wants to be here full time. She's so excited for this. I look at Jade and Hayden, the best name in symmetry. And she quit her job to be here. She said, I'm done. I can't be at the call center no more. No more call center. I want her to come here and build an agency where she can retire by 30 because that's what she wants to do. Or Chase, he did the same thing. He said, "Hey, I want to get here." And all of y'all all have a story and a why, and that's become my new why. Y'all's why is my why. I'm like, I want them to get that. That is going to make this journey so much better is when they get it. It doesn't matter yeah, me and Christian, cool. But if they could get that, whoa, that lights me up. That's the fire. I know selling's fun, but honestly, I get more excited when y'all sell than when I sell. I get more excited when I see y'all post a win. When I see y'all on a call, I'm like, oh, my team's on a call. This is good. This is getting exciting when my team's showing up. When I see y'all commenting in Slack, leading that, when I see y'all commenting on new agents, being like, we're so excited you're here. I'm like, that's my team. I'm proud. I feel like it's like I'm a proud parent. I'm like, that's my kids. Like, look at them. Look at my kids shine. But that's how me and Christian feel. We want y'all to win. And with that, I want to talk a little bit about how do we help you get paid more? Because I know if you're like me, I want to get paid a lot of money. I want to see those common deposits coming in. So we want to talk a little bit about some practicals. So I wanted to talk a little bit about promotions. And if you don't know where this is, it's in HQ, but also in your handbook. I actually stole this from the handbook. I screenshot it. But this is our promotion guideline. So for most of us, I'm pretty sure besides Scott, Kate, and Brooke, we are all in Slingshot, which means that in 3 months, you can give yourself a 15% raise. Who in here would love to be making more money in 3 months or less? Pretty much all of us. You can do it. We make it very, very easy to hit and we'll help you get there. But it is simply, if you look there, you can see the slingshot for everyone who's at 85, which if you are new and you haven't hit a promotion yet, you're going toward 85. It's just issuing 5K that first month or 250K 2 months in a row. And you're going to give yourself a 5% raise. And, when you start writing policies, you're going to realize 5%, that goes a long way. It can get you from $900 to right to that $1,000 mark or close, depending on the policy. But then we also have another one that you can hit that next month. So maybe you're here and you're like, Sabina, this is my first month. You can still hit your slingshot. We're in the second month of this. Write a policy tomorrow, or some of you have already written policies. You can hit this. You got this. And then once you hit that, the next one is 7,500. And I know that may sound scary, but trust me, once you start getting it clicking, you can get that. And then you're getting to 90%, 95, and go all the way up to 130. And I'm sure Scott and Kate can talk about this, but the commissions you make at 130 are probably way better than the commissions you make at 80%. I mean, sometimes I feel like they make more money off of what I do than I do. And I don't even know
Sabina,
how.
what was your common deposit yesterday
Uh,
or today from Transamerica?
$1,105, I think, or $50.
Scott, do you remember ours? I'm pulling it up.
30 minutes worth. Yeah, but ours was a couple put together, but it was 1800.
It was a lot of mine.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
But
it's a
but
beautiful
that
thing.
that's what you can do in 45 minutes worth of work. I love this, Sabina. I had this as my screensaver for like 6 months when I first got here because I wanted to make more for the time that I was doing it, but I also knew that each promotion came with like a huge learning lesson.
He
So
had
Yeah.
like a beautiful photo from our engagement session on the background of his phone and then quickly removed that and put the promotion guidelines on the back. And I'm like, okay,
He had to pay those bills. He was
that's
here. He wasn't
right.
here to play. But
Got the
this
priorities straight.
That's right.
priority straight. But this is very, very important. And the reason it's important is not because we have a quota. I don't have a quota. If you miss this, I want you to hit it because I want you to win, but I want you to get paid more. This isn't a quota from Sabina. This is hey, I want you to make more money because at 95 on the same policy you write, you make more and it feels better. Trust me, I just got to 95. I'm like, this feels awesome. I'm ready to get to 100. I want to know what it feels like then. So that is what I want to encourage y'all is, hey, take a picture of this. Go to the handbook, screenshot it, go to HQ, print it out, put it on your wall. But this is how you're going to get yourself more money, get yourself more profitable in that same sale you make because we really don't change a lot. It's not like you get a bunch of secret products once you get higher up in the company. You're still writing mortgage protection, we're still writing Banner, we're still writing UHL, Americo, all those. But you're just getting paid more for doing the same amount of work. Imagine if you got paid way more than even the sales worth. That's what happens once you start hitting these guidelines. That also helps put you in line to start building a team and getting legal ownership. Because that's one thing, at least for me, I wanted to own my own business. I wanted to be able to say, okay, great, like this is legally mine. And hitting these promotion guidelines helps you get in line to get that. But I also want to encourage y'all. I know building kind of sounds scary. When I was new, I was like, I'm not going to build. I'm not going to talk to anybody about this. I don't even really know if I want to stay here. And I bought my conference ticket and I was locked to at least engage. That's my first month. That's how I felt. I was like, this is not going well, but I have to be here till March. or lose 250 bucks. But let me tell you, once I started getting this, I was like, okay, wait, this is a little too good to not tell people. And so some of y'all know this because y'all came here from TikTok. I just started posting about it. And I started just saying, hey, look, this is life. This is what's going on. I love what I'm doing. If you want to be a part, come here. If you want to see what it looks like, come here. If you're sick of what you're doing right now, come here. And when I tell you, it is way more fun to do this with y'all than doing it alone. It has always been way more fun being here with y'all. My first few months, and it was just mainly me. And then it got really exciting in December when Team Money got licensed and we started hitting the ground running. And then it got really exciting as I feel like all of y'all came all at once. I don't even know who was next, but and then Sydney came, and that was really fun as she's almost licensed. She's about to get that done. But it started getting so fun. 'Cause it was like, oh my gosh, now I have like all my friends are here. And then I started seeing y'all winning. I started seeing when T Bunny hit her first promo. That was amazing. She was so close, like 2 months in a row, and then she hit it. And I was like it's on, it's starting. But it is so much more fun to do this together. But also that helps you make more money. I know that's what a lot of us do want to do is make a little bit more money. But what's cool is that even on sales that you don't make, because you're helping maybe you invite a friend to come or a team member, whoever it is, you also get paid, which I think is really, really cool. But I'm going to be honest, honestly, selfishly, it's just more fun to do it with people. The money aside, it's so much more fun to hang out with y'all and to work together and to do this. But I want to encourage you, if building sounds scary, you're not doing that alone either. Uh, and Scott and Kate opened that door to me whenever I first got here. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can I do three ways? Like, I don't know any of this. And I booked so many on Scott's call, but none, like half of them didn't show up. And then, but he still let me, hey, like, will you sit down? I'll interview him for you. Because I was so nervous. I didn't know what I was doing. And I want to encourage y'all, I'll do the same thing. I can sit down, hey, I'll send all of y'all my Calendly. If you know somebody and you're like, Svina, I don't know how to do this. I barely know what I'm doing. Hey, I'll help meet with them. You just introduce us and we'll connect with your friend and we'll see if they're a good fit or if you know somebody or if you're like, hey, I have a friend at my old sales job. They need to be here. We can help them, but we also will help train them too. You don't have to feel like you have this all figured out. If you want to build passive income and you want to build something that in 3 years, like Scott and Kate, you can basically live off your passive income, we'll help you. That's not all on you. And I want each of y'all to know that because if you're anything like me, sometimes I feel bad asking people for things because I'm like, they're busy, they have lives, they have kids. This is my invite to y'all. If you have somebody that you want them to come here and you feel nervous to talk to or you'd rather us meet together, text me and I'll send you my calendar and pick a time. You don't have to ever feel bad for that because I want to do that. I want to help each of y'all build that. I want to. That's a joy to me to meet with the people that you're like, hey, this is somebody I think could be really good. Do you want to connect? That's awesome. Even if they don't come here, it's not wasted time. It's exciting. And I want y'all to know that y'all winning is part of me winning. When y'all win, it literally I feel like I'm like this, I'm on cloud nine. When I see y'all submit applications, even if it gets declined, I'm like, this is amazing. They're crushing it. And that's how me and Christian feel. And that's how Scott and Kate feel when they see our team. They're always texting like, "Oh my gosh, this team's going crazy." Y'all are creating an impact. People are saying like, "Where are these people coming from? They're coming in here and crushing it." That's y'all. I know sometimes we see the leaderboard, it says Team Fritsch at the top. It really should say Team everybody on this call's name because it's y'all that are getting us there. Y'all are bringing that action, bringing that energy, and I'm so excited to do it with y'all. And I know Christian wanted to talk a little bit about because Christian does help. He's a full-time master's student, so he gets paid to go to school, which means he's really smart. But he also has to do full-time. So he is still helping with things. But Christian wanted to talk a little bit about kind of things he's going to help in. And then also a little bit about our calendar because I know we talked about calls to be on, but you may be like, what calls? Well, Christian will explain.
Okay, so first we'll look at these calls here because, like Sabina was saying, like the way to really succeed and to learn and grow is being present. like at all things. So that's where the most learning is done. So on Mondays, you have the Schnitzer Master Agency Huddle, meeting with everyone in the Schnitzer Agency, like Sabina and all that good stuff. And that's at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And then on Tuesdays, we have top producer calls. So that's, you want to learn some sales tips or how to better handle like rejection, stuff like that. Those are on Tuesdays, like 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific. And then Wednesdays, the national call. That's everyone in Symmetry coming together, like listening to each other, getting advice, listening to calls, all that good stuff. Y'all want to be there. It's great. So, and then you have all the times right there, 12:30 p.m., 11:30 a.m. Central Time, 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9:30 Pacific. And then on Thursday, be a better builder. So for y'all who want to build your team and really just grow yourself, like go to that call. I mean, you got all like the head honchos of this company. They're in there and they're willing to help you. And like Scott was saying, give you the keys to build your business. And that's at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain, and 7 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, those are our calls. And as far as my contribution, I mean, I'll be doing most of the behind the scenes work, administrative stuff like that, helping with new agents with onboarding, and even just providing encouragement to those because as you heard from Sabina, even Scott and Kate and Latonia, like those first couple of months, I mean, it's a grind, but that's like anything, like you gotta build your base before you can build up. So, but yeah, so like I said, I'm here for you guys. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I'm starting to write my thesis for my master's program, so that's it's been a lot this past couple of weeks, but I mean, hey, I'm just a text away. I'm in that group chat. Y'all can hit me up whenever you want, and I'm here for you guys. We're all here for you guys, and all we want to see is y'all just grow and prosper. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys.
Yeah. And if you need a pick me up, Christian's probably the good person to call. I'm a lift you off the ground. He's a pat you on the back and make you feel really happy. So that's, or just text both of us and we'll do both of those for you. But I'm so excited for our team and I'm really proud of each and every one of y'all. Thank you for taking the time to even be on this call. This is the start of something really awesome. And, I really do believe that we're going to be one of the next teams to break out as an agency owner, as like agency. And I think that's going to be so cool. But it's from each and every one of y'all. And honestly, I believe that we have people in here that y'all are going to hit AO even faster, but it's not even going to stop from there. I think each and every one of us, I really do believe that this team is going to be a team that people are going to be like, what is happening? And it's because of y'all. It's not because of me. When I used to work at a church, we talked a lot about leadership, and they would always say a leader without somebody following them is just a person taking a walk. Yeah, I love producing. It's fun, but y'all are the people that make me look good. I don't, trust me, I'm not that good. Y'all are way better than I am. And I love doing this with y'all. I'm so excited to see each of y'all win. And I want to encourage you, if you're new, head down, focus on dials, set appointments, run them, get feedback on what's not working, and let's win. You have a whole team behind y'all. You have Scott and Kate that are behind y'all. Trust me, they check in on y'all. They're always texting me, hey, how are they doing? They love y'all. You have tons of leaders that are ready to back y'all, help you in anything you can do. You have a mountain of resources. If you don't know what to do, trust me, there's something in HQ, Slack, a Mac room call, anything. There's tons of amazing stuff here. We have so many resources. Me and Christian, we're a call away, but we want to see y'all grow. We want to see y'all be able to write these policies, get paid. We want to see you build agencies. I'm so excited to where this team's going, and I cannot believe that. I mean, this is our first call in 2026, but I can't even wait to see what our last call of 2026 is going to look like. I bet you it's going to be so many people that we can't even see them all on one page. And that's because of y'all. That's because of what this team's doing. So I'm so excited. I did want to leave time for questions because I do know that maybe you have a question, maybe it's not even related to what we talked about, or if you want to say anything, or if Scott and Kate want to say anything, or anybody. I just wanted to leave some time.
I do want to say something. I my first team call had 4 people on there. One of them was Kate, one of them was my cousin, and one of them was a guy that I went to Bible study with. His name's Brandon. But this is the start of something special. And everyone like when you're new, everyone pays a different price to learn, to get through the learning curve, to get consistently good at this. Like Amaru, you are paying a different price as a full-time teacher than Eunice, who's paying a different price by potentially leaving, her beloved clients behind with her current role. So everyone's paying a different price. I just want to let you guys know it's worth it. I paid a very thick price for 3 years head down. I think Kate and I are rolling on 5 years, but 4 years full time now. But for the first 3 years, I paid a pretty thick price. Long days, lots of struggle. You guys saw my numbers in the chat, $2,000 income my first month. I'm like, my family's gonna be homeless. Um, and then we started like, Kate got pregnant, and I'm like, all right, she's not producing anymore. We're gonna be homeless now with a baby. But no, we figured it out. Like literally, the first 2 months were tough. Month 3 and 4 were a little bit better. By month 6, I was like, this is like riding a bike. As long as I do the work, I'm never gonna forget how to ride this bike. Um, so just know that it's worth it. It changed Kate and I's lives. Like we get to dream and think differently than our parents do. My dad's still working at 66 years old at a dealership 6 days a week. Um, Shoot, I could be retired by 40. It's just way different than what my parents did. I didn't grow up with money, and so I don't have like a weird relationship with it. It's just kind of numbers on the screen for me. But you guys can go travel wherever you want to, with the people you want to, doing the things that you want to, if you put in a couple of years of hard work here. So I just want to tell you it's worth it from my end. I always love new beginnings. I always love when fresh new agents come in and they're like, I have a vision for this. Great. Your vision's different than mine, but it requires the same work. It's just consistently helping and serving people. You get really good at serving people, you get paid really well. That's a fun thing here. So yeah, pump for you guys.
Sweet. Anybody else? Or else I want to take a team photo before we go. And if you have any questions, even if it's about something that's production, Kate might want to go. Queen Kate, go.
No, I just want to echo what Scott said. I mean, guys, it is hard when you're a new agent to like see down the road and see like, is it really possible? Like everybody's so positive and so upbeat and so excited, but like, is that real? Like, and I remember Scott and I getting to a point where we're like, this is really like real, real. And that's why, Brooke and I were going back and forth. That's why I emphasize to everybody, track all of your data. You may feel like I really don't have a lot of data. I've written 3 apps. But that's part of your story. I mean, guys, I have a spreadsheet that I can so easily pull up and see in our first 6 months, these were the number of writers we had. So you're all thinking about building. So first 6 months, 5, 7, 10, 9, 12, 15. So I can look back and say, okay, in our first 6 months, our first month here, excuse me, we had 5 writers. And then now this past month, we had 65 writers. And when you see it all painted out and all laid out there that you can easily reference, like you really see the tangible growth. You see what's possible. And guys, just this last month, Scott and I hit our record month income. That equated to more than we made in our first 6 months here. So we're very transparent about money here. Like we don't, I think our generation and our society makes it very like poo-poo to talk about money, but like you're here for sales. You're here to make money. So we always give the invitation of like, you guys ever want to know anything? Like, this is why I track everything. And I send it to Sabina to show her, like, this is what we did our first 6 months. This is what we did our first 12, our first whatever. So I'll tell you straight out so you know what's possible. Our first 6 months here, July 2022 to December 22, we made $51,044. Scott and I producing, starting to build a team. Last month in March, we made 53,695. So we went from making 50,000 in 6 months to making it in a month fully passive. Tell me where else you can go that you can do that. It's unreal and it's almost hard to believe it in the beginning, but we tell you guys this to show you it is so possible. It is so possible and it is completely transformed mine and Scott's life. Completely. Completely. So if you don't have the belief like Sabina or Scott and I do yet, like borrow it. borrow it. Even on those days of like, what the heck am I doing? My credit card is maxed out. The bank account doesn't have enough for the bills. Like, hold on to the belief, carry some debt longer than you want to, because I promise you, you're going to get to a point that that debt doesn't matter. Jacob Pogue, if you guys don't know his name, you will from the national calls. Pogue told Scott and I to carry our debt to the top. Carry it to 130. Just keep carrying it. I know you want to pay it off, but just keep carrying it. Keep carrying it. And that's exactly what we did. And now we're in a position where we can pay off our debt. We just wiped our student loans last month. Like, what a reward. What a reward to build this business and be able to wipe out all of our student loans. Such a reward. So if you don't have that belief yet, borrow ours because I'm here to tell you it's 100% possible.
Yeah, I don't know how to top that anyway. So if you have a question or if you want to make a statement, say it. But mic drop. We're done.
Great first team call, y'all. Let's get after it. Let's
Yeah,
have some fun.
let's take a photo before people need a roll. Let's see. Now my photo doesn't want to work. All right, everybody, smile. One, two, three. Well, this was amazing. Me and Christian are going to drop our numbers in the chat too if y'all don't have our numbers. I don't really know how you got here if I didn't stand. You probably should have my number because I definitely blew up all y'all's phones being like, text, come here, please. It's going to be
I
so
threw mine in
fun.
there too. I threw mine in there
Yeah.
too. If anyone ever needs anything or wants to chat, hit me up.
Yeah, it's Kate through the keys to the kingdom. Start tracking now. Don't be
Yeah.
like me who didn't track for
Yeah.
months.
Thank you.
So guys, that's our daily deposit tracker. It's the master copy. So you'll have to go to the top and like click make copy. And you're gonna see on the first tab is where all that data that I was just spitballing to you guys, I pulled from here. And I have it all listed there. So you'll have to talk to your AO to get these numbers as you start building. But in the meantime, I recommend because you guys are producing, make a new tab and like start tracking for the month. Like, okay, March I sold or I submitted 10,000, I issued X, I sold X number of policies, I had 6 writers, I had four new writers. Like, I recommend making something to track your production as well. I have that on a different spreadsheet, but as you start to build, you'll be able to filter it all into here for year over year data. You'll just need to talk to your AO to get a snapshot, to get the numbers from Snapshot. But in the meantime, you can track your deposits over on the monthly tabs, and then that will filter into your year tab of 2026.
Yep. And that's also Scott and Kate kind of for now, but just for a few more months. And then you can ask me, and then
That's
we'll
right.
help out. And then I did drop that three-way call link if you want to, hey, I think I know somebody that I'd like to bring on. And let me tell you, we will help them. We'll help them get figured out while you're still mastering production. If you know somebody, you're like, hey, I want to do it, but I don't know much. We'll help you. Don't worry about it. They helped me. I didn't know much. And look, there's Latanya. She's winning. She's killing. I didn't know anything when she first came here. I was like, I'm brand new. Welcome. Have fun. And it's been amazing. I'm so excited, and that's kind of all. Tomorrow we don't have any calls or anything like that, but we're gonna hit the ground running. We have still 3 more weeks, I mean, 2 more full weeks, and so one more day of this week to hit our slingshots, hit our promos. If you have questions about that, please message me. I'd love to help. Or if you need anything, the handbook is also an amazing resource. When I tell y'all, they have worked so hard on that. It explains things way better than me, way better. Look at the handbook, and then if you still can't figure it out, maybe I can try to take a crack at it with you. But we have so many resources. We have so many people here that want you to win. And I can't say wait to see where we go. And I think we're going to make this probably a monthly thing. If everyone wants to do it, I love hanging out with everybody and then eventually maybe a little more. But I'm so excited. And I'll see y'all in the Mac room and see y'all on team calls. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Peace
Night.
out, y'all.